All right, this is a great day to deadlift because it's like in the 40s, kind of chilly, but I got to go ahead and hit the set and we'll talk about some stuff. Like, I got these new straps, so working them into the rotation. So let's definitely see how well they're doing. It's like anything, you got to kind of figure out how stuff works, even though you're kind of familiar with it. They're not like my old ones, so just got to get used to it. So set number 3 of 365, and then we'll try something else. All right, so, whoa, not cool. What I want to talk about was this thing I keep hearing about. Funny, I saw a TV commercial even about this. I mean, I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad. Quitter's Day. Yesterday was Quitter's Day. And, well, you know, we joke around like there's memes about it, but it's such a big thing. It's even in commercials. So, man, it's got to be bad, right? So, the January 10th, I guess that's the second Friday of the month, is Quitter's Day. It's people give up on their resolutions, give up on their goals, give up on their dreams. But you think about like 2 weeks into a 52-week year, and people are done already. That's pretty bad. No matter what it was or what it is, that's bad. So why do people quit? I don't know. I'm not going to think about it that much. I'm just focusing on my dreams and my goals. Just be realistic. It's the only thing I can tell you. You can always increase it, but it's like people set such a big goal, then they aren't getting it, so they just quit instead of adjusting. Maybe, I don't know. My goals are pretty simple. I'm gonna put 405 on this, 2, 3, maybe 4. We'll see. But I got a long ways to go. And if I'm already doing a couple, that makes me happy, you know? Because the goal is how many can I do in a minute? So that leaves a big old window there for me to do as many as I can do in a minute. So why do you think I'm doing this? Well, I like it. But here's the spiritual part that really comes into the play here. All right, so it's kind of based on a question somebody asked on one of my videos. Shout out to that guy. Can't remember his name, but why am I using straps on an axle bar? Well, it's pretty simple. I'm going to compete in a strongman contest where you're allowed to use straps on an axle bar. So I'm going to practice the way I'm going to perform. And that's the mentality that you got to have in any sport. Football, baseball. You know, you screw around and practice, you're not going to do that good in a game. Come on. So getting down to more of the, that's attitude more than anything, but now you get down to the methodology of what you're going to do. Why not do it the way it's going to be done in the contest? So faith kind of works the same way. Another part of faith that I haven't really covered yet is faith is like a war. It's no coincidence that in Ephesians 6, Paul talks about the shield of faith. It relates perfectly to what Peter talks about, where faith in God is how he protects and preserves us. That's the very, very top of 1 Peter 1. And so kept by the power of God through faith. Preserved, protected by the power of God through faith. So Paul talks about how we have a shield of faith. See, these guys that wrote the New Testament, they know what they're talking about. They agree. They're writing the same stuff. They're talking about the same things without having the conveniences that we have of being able to get together and make sure their stories are straight, so to speak. Their stories are going to be straight. You know why? Because their writings are inspired by the Holy Spirit. So they weren't going to screw up. They weren't going to contradict each other. They were just writing to different people's needs, and so they approach it from different angles, but they're all saying the same thing. And now we have the benefit of being able to see it all at one time. But, I guess we'd rather put the Bible down and pick up the remote. I have the best information, we have the best teaching all in one place, and we push it to the side. That's the sort of the correlation here. I'm going to take what I have to prepare me for what I'm going to do. There's probably a football game or a basketball game or something on TV right now that would be a little more relaxing than this, but that's not going to get me ready. Spiritually, we're in a war. Are we doing the things to get ready for that war? My daughter having cancer, that's part of this war we're in. That isn't just that's that thing over there. No, we're in a war. And if we don't have faith, we don't have a shield, we don't have protection, we don't have God, period. So make sure your faith is right, and make sure it's real, and make sure it's working, and that your mindset is right and real and working, because we're in a battle. And this is getting me ready for, you could say, call it a silly contest by comparison. But I'm still not going to not take it seriously, because it matters that I'm right and prepared, because, I could potentially hurt myself not doing it right. So, got to prepare right. See, church should be more like a arsenal, more like a barracks, an armory. We turned it into this sissy country club, this comfortable place with a coffee bar. And that's coming from a guy that likes coffee. And, even if I was in a bunker in real life, I'd still like some coffee. So it's the coffee isn't the problem. It's the mindset and the attitude. And that makes the devil happy, by the way, that we've just took our foot off the gas, put it on cruise control, just coasting through, trying to major on minors all the time, make big deals out of things that are little deals, and ignore the big deals because we got this little bubble wrap comfort crash helmet Christianity, I think I'll call it. Crash helmet Christianity. Yeah, it's cool. So there's that. So what we're going to do now is the 405. Sounds like a freeway in California or something. The 405. And, one is always the minimum. That's another thing about goals. Having a minimum goal, like a refuse to lose, I will get this. And then the goal, when I guess I get closer to the contest, I'll be checking that. Right now it's building volume, building strength, building not enough size to kick me out of my weight class, but so we're going to get at least one. And I'm going to get this out of the way. Otherwise you'll think I'm about to stab you. like horror movie sound effects coming from here. All right, 405. All right, 3 is not terrible. Especially I've got to get used to the straps, getting them in right and all that good stuff. They're way different than the other straps. They're actually going to be faster than the single traditional straps, but be that as it may, we'll just have to get used to the loop and the twist, and they're done. Instead of the other ones, you got to wrap, twist, and make sure they're symmetrical. And these are great because they're already kind of built, in a figure 8 pattern. So as long as you just flap your hands in the same way, you're good. So that felt good. I mean, I did 3 last week too, but I think doing the same thing isn't terrible. I mean, I'm maintaining a certain amount of strength, so that's good. And of course, I won't be nearly this tired and worn out by the time the contest comes around, because I'm not going to do any kind of volume. It's just warm up and bang out the lifts. It's going to be a ladder, 300, 350, 400 for as many as you can do at 400. So as I'm working now, I'm doing a set of 315. I'm doing 3 sets at 365. Then I'm going to the 405. So all 3 of those weights are more than what the meat is going to do. Now, granted, I'm taking rests, but it's also because I'm on the 315 and the 365, I'm doing sets of multiple reps. So at this point, that's good. Closer to the meat, I'll probably mimic the ladder, not here because I don't have but 1 bar. But I have a buddy that has so much strongman stuff. I might have to film some things from that also secret location that no one's going to know about. But that's all good. The less some people know about things, the better. Good, now we're trying to get the wind back. Oh my God, it was rough. All right, so I'm going to do kind of what I did last week, I guess. Do some overhead with the axle. So, got to get that stuff right. That's the thing about lifting. People say, oh, do cardio, man. Well, you can get out of breath lifting weights. And it works a lot more of your body than just cardio. So, there's something to be said for weightlifting for weight loss, if that's kind of your goal. I can help you with that. You won't be the first one. Of course, in my case, I lifted for both. I lifted to gain weight. I lifted to lose weight. It's all fun. It's science. Science, bro. Just messing around with science, man. Good thing it's Saturday. I don't have to go to work in 20 minutes. That's why I do strongman on Saturday, because there's no way I could go through this many movements on a morning and not kill so much time. But, you know, program your goals around the reality of the rest of your life. You know, that's why you gotta be realistic. So last week, I think I strapped up and stuff and did like 185. So I may back down a little bit, just because the event we're doing at the competition is actually a circus dumbbell. And again, my strongman buddy has a circus dumbbell. So I can practice the exact movement at his place. Axle overhead just kind of helps with parts of the technique. So that's good. You know, everything's good, right? I say that a lot. Sounds like a joke or some kind of hippie nonsense, but no, it's true. Everything's good. You just have to get your mind right to understand it. And then once you do that, you'll be in really good shape. You can understand what life's for, why you're here, why stuff happens the way it happens. Got a lot of weights in here, man. For rinky-dink private gym, man, we got a lot of weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got 10 45-pound plates. We got like 4, 5, 6. We got 8 35-pound plates. We only got 4 25-pound plates. We used to have 8. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. People let you down sometimes. That's all I can say. All right. Well, I'm going to take this microphone off. Turn this video off. Still watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I got 41 followers. That's nice. That's good. I only had like 21 when I started a couple months ago. So, like and share, man. Go out and have a good day if you want to.